Call Melanie.
Calling Melanie. Mobile.
Hello?
Baby, to share this, what did you hit?
Huh?
To share this from the real cousin pastor to the other page, what did you hit?
Have you gone live already?
Yeah.
Okay, so then when you go, you gotta go, you gotta pull up your, like go to it and show where it shows that you live, and then just share it. So like go to your what you call, go to your name spelled backward page.
I
Go
go
to
to
that
what?
page. When you get to that page, search for the real cousin pastor.
Go to the cousin pastor page.
Yeah, go to your Sudet page. And then up in the search bar up top below how you can search to find somebody's page.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Shit. And what do I put in the real cousin pastor?
No. Yeah. So you on your page, you on the Sudet page, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now then your search, yeah. So then type in real cousin pastor. Go to that page.
Uh huh.
When you go to that page, you should see where it's showing you live.
It's showing me live on the real cousin pastor.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
But
So
I want it on the Sudette page.
I'm telling you what to do. I'm
Then
telling you.
come on, do what?
I told you on your page, your Sudan page. You know how you can go up there and search for somebody so you can go to their page.
Yeah.
Okay, go up there and search for the real cousin pastor. When you get there, when you pull that up, click on it so it'll take you to his page. When you get to the page, when you see that where it's gonna say the cousin pastor is live, it's gonna have a button that say share. And you share it, and you're gonna be sharing it on your Sudan page.
All right. Let me see if it's there.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll be there in a minute.
All right. It's there. All right.
Okay. All right. All right.
Greetings, citizens of District 86. My name is Will Richardson, and I'm asking to be your next state representative. I'm a husband, I'm a father, grandfather, multiple business owner, decorated veteran, man of God, and I care about the people. Yes, we have our challenges within our city, in our state. That's why I'm asking for your support to continue the legacy and the hard work of our district. I want to be your voice in Nashville to assist in lowering crime, bringing better education for our children, bringing quality and affordable health care and jobs back to our city. Remember on August 4th to consider me, Will Richardson, as your next state representative for District 86. Remember, where there's a will, there's a way.
Have you been complaining about not having enough money to pay your bills? Well, get up off of your assets and get some assets and go to work immediately if you really want a job. 3 Chicks with a Side Hustle is ready to put you to work immediately. Get a full-time salary from home. All you need is a laptop or a computer. Pick up your pencil and write this number down, 901-401-3862, 901-401-3862, or go to their webpage, www.2chickswithaside-hustle. They also give away laptops and computer stands for those who really need and really go to work. This is a worldwide service. No matter where you are, you can go to work today.
He's a firm believer in equity and equality under the law. Carlos Bibbs has the demeanor and the temperament suited for the position of judge. Carlos Bibbs is a family man and a strong believer in applying the law fairly to every citizen, no matter what the economic or the culture of that citizen may be. Vote Carlos Bibbs, Judge of Circuit Court, Division 2. Paid for by the committee to elect Carlos Bibbs Judge. Ed Payton is the treasurer.
Invitation to Melanie, Mrs. Cussing Pastor, 47th birthday party in Blue Show. It's Friday, September 9th, 7 p.m. at the LaPlace Ballroom and Event Center, 5841 Sycamore View in Summer, right behind Church's Chicken, featuring in concert L.J. Eccles.
Do you want me to get it from the back?
O.B. Buchanan, Summer Wolf,
If you don't want me, leave me.
West Love,
Love the way you put it on there.
Mr. Sam,
Say jump up, roll it.
Red Velvet,
I wanna love somebody.
and introducing new Southern Soul sensation, West Dawn.
If you don't wanna treat me right, somebody else will.
It's Melanie, Mrs. Cussing Pastor's 47th birthday party and Blues Show. Friday, September 9th at the LaPlace Ballroom and Event Center. Tickets are $40 in advance, $50 at the door. VIP, $65 per seat at a table of 9 or a whole table for $500. Tickets available only at cussingpastor.com. The MC for the evening, none other than the Cussing Pastor, Thaddeus Matthews. Get your tickets now! You can be that special queen or king and get on board the Cussing Pastor Blues Cruise. November 10th through November 14th. The cruise will leave sunny Miami and head straight to the Bahamas. Stopping first at the beautiful private island of Half Moon Key, where you'll spend a day there on soft white sand beaches while enjoying water sports, boat trips, swimming, a straw market, horseback riding on the beach, a salon, delicious food and drinks, and more. Then it's off to Funky Nassau. All you need to take the cruise is a birth certificate, driver's license, or a state ID. A passport is not necessary, but you must be vaccinated. You can enjoy the cruise with a balcony for $982. That's for 2 persons in a room. If you want an ocean view room, it's $732. Or a room with no view is $661. Hurry and book your cruise today. Here's the booking code. X61MT1. That's X as in X-ray. The number 61MT1. Pick up your phone now and make a $100 deposit. Call 800-819-3902. That's 800-819-3902. Extension 85462. And speak to Natasha Links. Deadline to pay your trip in full is August 27th. Come on and cruise with the Cussing Pastor on Thaddeus Matthews' Cussing Pastor Blues Cruise, November 10th through November 14th.
To tell the truth, he is the one that will inform you about all those jokers that are doing wrong. You cross the line and then it's on. Sometimes the other news don't get it right. They don't get it right. But Daddy does his homework every night. What's local news, world news, national news? He's gonna keep it tight. For the people he will fight.
And just when you thought it may be safe, well, this is the wrong evening for you to even have those type of thoughts in your head at all. Good evening, and welcome again to still the most controversial show that is out there. I've been doing this 42 years, and it's been controversial almost from day one. This evening, our topic is going to be black men and their mental health and their mental state. But let me speak on something real quickly here on this evening. Some will like what I'm about to say. Others may not like what I'm about to say. And I don't give a fuck whether you like what I say or not. We live in a very phony and fake world. And everybody wants you to be phony and fake because 9 times out of 10, they're phony and they're fake. Many people want you to think just like they think. And if you don't think like they think, you're wrong for thinking the way that you think. Today, Bobby Jones, better known by his character's name, Bobby OJ, died this morning at the radio station while doing his show. First of all, my condolences are to his family and to his friends and those who worked or have worked at the radio station. Bobby's been there, or had been there, for 83, since 1983. Now, let me say this.
And this ain't the Bobby OJ sympathy page on my pages, okay? Make that perfectly clear. The true fact of the matter is, my phone started ringing off the hook on this morning. I was trying to rest. I had been on the radio for 4 hours and I was trying to rest, and all of a sudden I get a text, Bobby OJ is dead. Is it true Bobby OJ is dead? Will you confirm it? So I made some calls, and I did confirm the fact that he had crossed over to the other side. Now, let me make it perfectly clear. Let me make it perfectly clear. I'm not fake, and I'm not phony. Bobby OJ and I were not friends. We were not even associates. Bobby OJ and I had a rivalry for at least 10, 11, 12 years. We would be backstage at many functions, and we did not speak to each other. Our dislike or our bitterness for each other did not start off because of radio. It started off because of some personal rivalry. I will say this: if I didn't fuck with you while you're alive, I will not play the game of attempting to fuck with you because you dead. This rivalry that was between Bobby OJ and myself and do let me let you know this: it had nothing at all to do with a woman. Okay? I'm sure Bobby's choice of women and my choice of women were totally two different choices altogether. But the rivalry started many years ago with our children. At one time with my former wife, my stepson, one of my stepsons went to school with his son. They fell out. And then I don't get in children's mess. Boys will be boys, and they were young boys. And it just led to some other things between Bobby and myself. Bobby started throwing rocks at me on there, and I started throwing bricks back at him. It was easier for me to throw the bricks than it was for him to throw the rocks, because he worked for the white man and I did not. He worked in a controlled environment and I did not. I didn't take it really to heart because, shit, do what you do. You work for the white man, I work for myself. I remember Bobby making the statement that I had to pay to be on radio. And he was absolutely right. In fact, when I left TV a couple of years ago, I was paying about $80,000 a year to do TV. But that $80,000 made me damn near $400,000 a year. The difference was I was independent and he was not. In all of that, in all of what is going on, I do not wish death on anyone. It was tragic the way he died, but he did die doing that which he loved to do. He loved radio, and radio was the only job that he had ever had was radio. The name OJ, which is not his real name, his real name is Jones. He's the cousin of Melvin Upcookin Jones. He took that name from one of the OJ brothers that was in Cleveland, Ohio, one of the legends of radio. I will say this about Bobby OJ is that he was a legend in this business. I won't take that from him. I don't call him the king of Memphis radio, like I don't call Elvis the king of the blues. It would not be for me to call him the king of Memphis radio. But I can call him Angel Wave. If I'm one miserable person, then bitch, get off my motherfucking page. Okay? You want me to say something nice, and I'm being nice as I can be on this particular subject. I am not being disrespectful to his ministry, but I'm telling ministry, but I'm telling you what the motherfucking facts. Let me cut this down on this other machine. But I'm telling you exactly what the facts are. Angel Ray, you gone. You see, the only reason that many of you came here this evening that don't normally come is basically because you wanted to hear. I put up there what I was going to talk about, because it's always business as usual. Someone said on my page, he just died today, couldn't you wait until tomorrow to talk about it? He will be just as dead tomorrow as he is on today. Okay? But many of you already know, and you've known over the years, the relationship or the non-relationship that Bobby OJ and I had. And I wasn't going to say anything, one way or the goddamn other. I wasn't going to say anything about it. I was going to come on and just do what I do. But I knew that that was an expectation. Well, she gone now, so you ain't got to tell me what you was doing. She gone. You better make it clear when you make comment. I ain't talking about you, Pastor. I'm talking about somebody else. Dude, your ass will be gone in a damn heartbeat. Did I hate Bobby OJ? No. Hate's a very strong word. I can't think of one somebody I hate, and that's a woman by the name of Tawana Murphy. I hate that bitch. But other than that, I don't hate, and I did not hate Bobby. And that's the things I want you to understand about Bobby, and I want you to understand about me and Bobby. Bobby and I are showmen. We're entertainers. Our job is to create controversy so that we draw listeners. Drawing listeners and having an audience is what makes our money. It's not about whether you like me or not. I don't give a fuck whether you like me personally or not. And many of you that dislike me don't even know the reason that you dislike me other than what the fuck you may have heard somebody say about me. But Bobby's said a lot of things that he said, and I thought his statements and his views on a lot of subjects were crazy. Just like many of you think that a lot of the statements that I make are crazy. But this whole business of what we do is about two things. It's about entertainment and it's about money. I'm only here because this is how I make my living. I don't punch a clock. I ain't punched a clock in 42 years. This is what I do. This is my living. The reason that I can sell so much advertising, I could sell all the political ads that I had about 12 commercials on here. Still got some. I'm finna get some more because we go all the way to August. Is because there is an audience. The other thing that those of you who work 9 to 5, you work at Popeyes Chicken and Burger King and all those places, you don't show me, you don't understand the factor that egos play a large role in what we do. Bobby had an ego. I have an ego, and I'd say that I'm the best in the business. I would dare not call Bobby OJ the king. I would call him a legend because you can't take away the factor of his longevity in this business, and people know him across the country for what he has done and ascertained at WDIA, the first black founded radio station in this country. Can't take that away from him. But the king, to me, he's not. He's just Bobby OJ, who did a great job at WDIA. I run into people who will call me a legend, and most times we used to think of legends as being somebody that was dead, but anybody that is has a longevity in this business, you call them and you paid your dues, and Bobby paid his dues as program director. It did, and I used to hit him when he talk about I paid to be on there. I said, yeah, Bobby, but I'd make more than what the white folk are paying you. This was his ego. It's what goes with the rivalry of this business, not hatred. Our dislike for each other had nothing, absolutely, positively nothing to do with the business. We used the business to take pot shots at each other. I remember even getting a call from the white people that he worked for. Okay? You know, and I cussed the motherfucker out. What the fuck you calling me for? What the fuck? I do, and I will say this. I will say this in all honesty. I hate that the man died. And we, as two black men who apparently think that we will live forever, we never crossed paths and made the situation what it should be between two black men in the industry. I always say that anyone that is black, that is behind the microphone or in front of a television camera, there is a responsibility that goes with sitting in these places. When you are a Bobby OJ or when you are a Thaddeus Matthews and you've ascertained a certain amount of influence in the community, you have to use those powers and you have to use those influence, okay, to make things work. And Bobby and I should have healed this particular issue some years ago. But when Bobby left home this morning, he had no expectation that he would not make it back. And none of us know the day nor the hour that God in his infinite wisdom is going to call us home. It is said that Bobby had a massive heart attack. Hell, I went and got my ass back in the bed. Okay? I understand. Bobby was 68 years old. I'm 65 years old. Got medical issues. Okay. Boy, I got some medical issues. And I'm so glad that I work at home and I don't have to get up and go to a radio station. Bunny Mason, see, we understand, bitch, that 9 times out of 10 you are Tawana Murphy, and you a hating bitch. You don't even like the pussy that you were born out of. Your rotten pussy ass mammy. Fuck you, bitch. But somebody said that I could never beat Bobby Oakey. I can't. And he could never beat Thaddeus Matthews. Bobby would not dare go to the limits and cross the limits and cross the lines that I cross. And I understand you work for corporate radio. Working for corporate radio and working for the white man only allows you to do and to say so much. But that's basically my view on the passing this morning of the legend Bobby O.J. To his sons and to his daughter and to his wife Kim. Again, my sincerest condolences. And it's a do or don't situation. Had I not said anything at all, it would have been considered disrespectful. He could at least wish the family some sympathy. Now that I have, some will say the very same thing. But my answer to you is, fuck you. Okay, fuck you. You can't please anybody, and if anybody know that, I know that, and I'm sure that Bobby O.J. knew the very same thing. You cannot, you will not please everyone. Now, tonight is the only night that I will make mention of Bobby or his passing. It will not become a repetitious thing on my program. Bobby had a broadcasting family. And I would be out of order to just take the story of the death of Bobby O.J. and run with it. That's for the DIA family to do. That's for Bill and that whole crew. You know, one of the first persons that I called when I heard it to verify, and he didn't know it, was a guy that worked at DIA for years and he was a personal friend of mine, John Lawson. John Lawson does a daytime radio show. He didn't know it. So we checked around with people that we knew in the industry and that we knew that was in the building. But I won't deal with it anymore. Please do not call me anymore, asking me any questions, sending me any texts on it. If you want to know when the services are, listen to DIA. They will be telling you what's going on. Will I be attending the services? No. I will not attend the services. That would be very hypocritical of me. We didn't get together while he was alive. I would be out of order to just make an appearance at his homegoing celebration. Again, I wish his family the very best. I did not know this wife, but I wish him the very best. And to his family, even though we were at odds and there was some bitterness, Kim, if you were watching, that goes way before you. This goes back to when Josh was a little boy in school. That we as two men should have. We really should have. Do you understand what a Thaddeus Matthews and a Bobby OJ, as a force in two different places, had we worked together, what we could have accomplished in this city? There were not any two more powerful people in media than Bobby OJ and Thaddeus Matthews. Bobby OJ would tell you he's the best, and I know goddamn well I am. Okay? So that's that on that. The only thing I regret in this is that we as two black men let personal issues that ain't even important. His children are grown, and I ain't even with that wife anymore. So those issues are water that's been under the bridge, and we held on to grudges. And I'll say this, when we talk about grudges, we don't know when the last time that we're going to be in anyone's presence, or the last time that we're going to see anyone. So we should never hold on to grudges. All right, let me take a break. Now, y'all don't get on that. So stay here and let's talk about why black men act the way that they act. And it's all, in my opinion, a mental issue. Stay right there, and we'll be right back. Let me hit. That ain't what I want to hit. I want to hit.
Farris Media and Marketing, owned by entrepreneurs D. Farris, brings to you the finest in final tribute and obituary programs. D is known as the obituary queen, and she brings to you the finest in colored printed celebration of life programs with pictures of your loved one and you in whatever design that you can imagine that you will cherish forever. D also owns Alpha Omega Monuments and can provide for your family all types of headstones, flat, stand-up, double headstones, even headstones with your loved one's picture. Whatever your printing need, Farris Media and Marketing can provide it for you. Give her a call at 901-921-0110. Even if you need business cards, logos, or contracts, 901-921-0110. Rejuvenate one's body.
It contains 92 minerals. It supports a healthy heart, good digestion. It also helps maintain a healthy weight, and there are so many more uses for sea moss. Now, you can order online from Envision Sea Moss. That's right, Envision Sea Moss. Or you probably thought that sea moss only comes in that one bland flavor. Well, Envision has it in natural strawberry, mango, pineapple, elderberry, honey cinnamon, and so many more flavors. Go right now to the website, EnvisionSeaMoss.com. Envision Sea Moss ships around the world. Have a more healthier you right now. Go to EnvisionSeaMoss.com. EnvisionSeaMoss.com. EnvisionSeaMoss.com.
Greetings, citizens of District 86. My name is Will Richardson, and I'm asking to be your next state representative. I'm a husband, I'm a father, grandfather, multiple business owner, decorated veteran, man of God, and I care about the people. Yes, we have our challenges within our city and our state. That's why I'm asking for your support to continue the legacy and the hard work of our district. I want to be your voice in Nashville to assist in lowering crime, bringing better education for our children, bringing quality and affordable health care and jobs back to our city. Remember on August 4th to consider me, Will Richardson, as your next state representative for District 86. Remember, where there's a will, there's a way.
$5+ service charge. VIP tickets available too. Get your tickets now online at Ticketmaster.com and all the usual ticket outlets. Saturday, June 11th, Greenwood, Mississippi. Brought to you in conjunction with Kirk Automotive. Keep the Dream Alive 2022. Sunday, May 22nd, 5 p.m. at New Direction Christian Church, 6120 Winchester Road, Memphis. Starring Harvey Watkins Jr. and the Canton Spirituals. Pastor Ronnie Strong and the Sensational Strong Family. That name of Jesus. Doc McKenzie and the Highlights.
I'll be alright.
George Dean and the Gospel 4.
I've got a new way.
Annie and the Caldwell Singers, the Echo Airs, Minister Cedric King and Restoration, Soul Sisters, plus God's Children, Mountain Man, and Melodic Truth. Keep the Dream Alive 2022, the baddest gospel quartet concert of 2022. Sunday, May 22nd, 5 p.m. at New Direction Christian Church. Advanced admission $35, $45 at the door. For tickets and information, call Gary Moore at 901-691-1867. That's 901-691-1867. See you there! Here's your invitation to Melanie, Mrs. Cussing Pastor, 47th birthday party and blues show. It's Friday, September 9th, 7 p.m. at the LaPlace Ballroom and Event Center, 5841 Sycamore View in Summer, right behind Church's Chicken, featuring in concert L.J. Eccles.
Do you want me to get it from the back?
O.B. Buchanan, Summer Wolf,
If you want me,
Summer Wolf,
leave me.
Questlove,
Love the way you put it on me.
Mr. Sam,
Say jump up, roll it.
Red Velvet,
I wanna love somebody.
and introducing new Southern Soul sensation, West Dawn.
If you don't wanna treat me right, somebody else will.
It's Melanie, Mrs. Cussing Pastor's 47th birthday party and blues show. Friday, September 9th at the LaPlace Ballroom and Event Center. Tickets are $40 in advance, $50 at the door. VIP, $65 per seat at a table of 9 or a whole table for $500. Tickets available only at CussingPastor.com. The MC for the evening, none other than the Cussing Pastor, Thaddeus Matthews. Get your tickets now. You can can be that special queen or king and get on board the Cussing Pastor Blues Cruise. November 10th through November 14th. The cruise will leave sunny Miami and head straight to the Bahamas, stopping first at the beautiful private island of Half Moon Key, where you'll spend a day there on soft white sand beaches while enjoying water sports, boat trips, swimming, a straw market, horseback riding on the beach, a salon, delicious food and drinks, and more. Then it's off to funky Nassau. All you need to take the cruise is a birth certificate, driver's license, or a state ID. A passport is not necessary, but you must be vaccinated. You can enjoy the cruise with a balcony for $982. That's for 2 persons in a room. If you want an ocean view room, it's $732, or a room with no view is $661. Hurry and book your cruise today. Here's the booking code: X61MT1. That's X as in X-ray, the number 61MT1. Pick up your phone now and make a $100 deposit. Call 800-819-3902. That's 800-819-3902. Extension 85462. And speak to Natasha Links. Deadline to pay your trip in full is August 27th. Come on and cruise.
All right, we are back. And those of you who, the lady said she's had many calls, and we've had people that have already paid for their cruise on their, just paid for all of it. Just paid the whole thing all at once. Man, we're going on this cruise, whether it's 25, 50, or if it's just 10. I'm getting away on the cruise, and I'm going to relax and enjoy myself. I see Pastor Myers on here. Pastor, you better come on, man, and get away from it, man. Okay? Just get away and enjoy and relax yourself. Rollo Lawson, do I need to remove you from my page? One night I'm going to talk about the frailty of life. Man, we don't know when we're going to leave here, and we don't know how we're going to leave here. But I want you to know we all have a heart attack when we die. Okay? You can't die unless your heart stops working. So you have a heart attack, and I'm very careful now about how I take care of my health. And I ain't doing everything I'm supposed to do. You know, my wife gets on me, my daughters get on me. I see folk. Bobby was a what you call them thing, a vegan, didn't eat no meat, and hell, he gone. So hell, I'm gonna keep on eating my porterhouse steaks. Just had one the other night. I mean, Isaac Hayes, when he died, he was on the treadmill. Shit. When it's your time to go, there is nothing that can keep you here when your appointment comes up. One of my favorite eulogist titles is An Appointment That Must Be Kept. I preached it. I preached it on my when I eulogized my mama, when I eulogized my auntie that raised me. An appointment that must be kept. You make an appointment with the doctor, you can change it and say, I'm gonna come another day, another time. Make an appointment at the barber. Something else comes up, you can say I ain't going. Beauty shop. All of these appointments come with an option to go or not to go, to change the time, but not with the appointment of death. And, you know, I've seen preachers who said, I want to die preaching. Bobby said he wanted to keep on working until he died. Well, he did. So I ain't gonna say that. I mean, Lord, when it's my time, it's my time. But I ain't gotta be working. I ain't, you know. We all gotta go. Let me get into this subject. This subject came to me by way of my youngest daughter. Y'all know Dominique. Dominique had a friend that committed suicide on last week. And I saw this guy all up and down my timeline. All up and down. Everybody said that this guy always had a smile on his face. He was the life of the party. He was always down at that Mexican place where you have them drinks at, I forget the name, because the drunkest, I don't go to them places. The drunkest I ever been in my entire life was going to one of them Mexican places, because they fix some drinks that will knock your ass completely out. But it was some kind of Mexican place. But yeah, Anthony was his name. Anthony was his name. And Dominique said that the word was that he had told somebody that he didn't want to be here no longer. Mel, if you can hear me wherever you are, cut this out off. He didn't want to be here any longer. So he put a pistol to his own head and pulled the trigger. Now that'll take you out of here. If you don't want to be here, putting the pistol to your temple and pulling the trigger will remove you from this place. What could be going on so badly in this man's life that he just wanted to leave here? There had to be a thinking or a train of thought that is not a normal train of thought that puts you in the mood and puts you in the mindset, mental mindset. There has to be something that is going on that puts you in the mindset that I'm ready to leave here. Lord have mercy. I have not gotten to the point yet. I've had some feelings of depression, some mental anxiety. But because I had a mindset of surviving whatever it was, and my faith in God, that I didn't do something to me. And here's what Satan does. The word says that Satan comes to steal, to kill, and to destroy. That's his mission. I've had Satan whisper to me and wanted me to do things that were detrimental to my life, to my freedom, things of that nature. But in reading that particular scripture, there was a comma or a semicolon right there. The enemy comes to steal, to kill, and destroy. But that wasn't the end of the sentence. But I am, that was in red, right? But I am, that's one of the names of God. But I am come that ye may have what? Life. And not just have the life, but have the life more abundantly. God did not say that I came for you to die. I came for you to have life. One of the reasons that church folk find themselves in the depressed situations and in the situations where they take themselves out of here is because the teaching of the black church, the black preacher, has messed up the mindset of people by telling you when you are depressed, you at the point where you're ready to shoot yourself in the head, take a razor blade and cut your wrist, go swimming off the top of that Mississippi bridge. They tell you, you just trust God. Go home and pray about it. The preacher, the church, sad to say, has driven many a person to a suicidal mindset because you did not take the time to talk to the person that was in a mental disruption of his mindset. Myers, am I in the house? Huh? The highest rate of death is among black Americans between the ages of 25 and 34 years of age. Suicide death rate for men more than 3 times the rate for women in the black population. There are more black men killing themselves. Suicide was the second leading cause of death for blacks in 2019. 46% of men are embarrassed to discuss where they are mentally dysfunctional. I got to go back to the church a minute. Stop telling everybody that's got an issue in their life, that's life-threatening, to go home and pray about it. We want to preach on Sunday mornings that the church is a hospital. But when they come to the emergency room, we are turning them back out the door, telling them, put a Band-Aid on your heartache. put a band-aid on the dysfunction that's going on in your family. Everything gonna be all right if you trust God. And not realizing that we are the servants of God. We say that we are joint heirs to the kingdom of God. But as an heir of the king, we say that we carry with us the DNA of God. Then why aren't you acting God-like and taking time to minister? And that ain't reading out that 66 books and talking to that individual, finding out where their hurt lies. Mental health stigmas can start from men when they're very young. Some family dynamics may discourage boys from showing their vulnerability or crying. Or you can be told, like I was told as a young boy, man up, act like a man. There are destroying factors when you take that little boy and tell him to act like something that he has not even reached as of yet. Act like a man. And he 8, 9 years old, and understand a lot of the mental dysfunction starts when your child is young, and it grows. And it grows. And it grows as he grows. Act like a man. You don't know anything about manhood. Quit telling your boys when you are a single parent mother, you the man of this house. No. His daddy should have been the man of the house. Now you're placing the burden of manhood on a child, and as he gets older, he passes by childhood and starts to doing what he thinks a man is supposed to do. He don't know nothing about being a child. You put him in a man's role. Man role. You fucked the man, got a baby, you had it, you mad at the man. So now you want to take his seed who has not developed in the ground of life. He has not been nurtured in the ground of life. He's still just a seed on top of the ground, and you want this seed to grow into a tree, and it ain't never been watered. I remember some years ago, 1994 to be exact, I worked at N.J. Ford and Sons funeral home. I remember one Friday evening, you know, Ford got all the folk that got killed, all the black folk that got killed. It got so around the funeral home that you were amazed when some old folk bodies were in the funeral home, because 99% of the bodies that we would have on the weekend would be young black males. And I remember this particular Friday evening, we had about 8 young men bodies all through the funeral home. And I was standing. I was standing out in the lobby of the funeral home. A lot of young guys were in there. This guy was 25, 26, 27, 28 years old that these guys had come to see. And they were standing around. And they're talking about, damn, man, he lived to get 26, 27, 28, whatever year it was. Damn, man, he dying old. Let's go back to the mental state. What did these young men say? He died old. There has to be a mental problem when our young men think that 28, 25, 27 years of age, that is old age. Then I heard one or two of them talking about, man, I'm going to be dead by the time I'm 25. I'm going to be dead by the time I'm 25. There is a mental conditioning that has taken place that will put that in the mindset of a young man. Mental issues. It's what is destroying our young black men. They never found out how to be men. There was nobody to mold them into being men. You as women were too busy trying to make them your husband or the man of the house. You were placing them in a mental position when you allowed them to go out there and steal and bring back the stolen goods back into the house. You messed up his mental condition because now he thinks it's all right to steal. Because my mama said so. And my mama's supposed to be my teacher. My mama wouldn't tell me nothing wrong. So you mess up that child's mental state. When I see our young men doing the things that they are doing right now, somebody allowed their mental state to be messed up. Their mental state tells them that wrong is right and right is wrong. I was reading the story yesterday of the year relationship between this man and this woman, and the relationship was supposed to be over 9 months ago. But in his mental state, he decides to go to the woman's house. Let me in. Pookie, you can't get on in here. You ain't my man no more. You can't come here. Let me in. Pookie goes round to the side of the house, banging on the windows. Let me in. Got a hammer in his hand. See her in a room in the house, throw the hammer through the window, break her arm, go around to the back, kick the back door in, comes in, chokes her, started throwing the TVs on the floor, destroying furniture in the house, and tells the police, I bought it. I can tear it up if I want. His mental state. His mental state. His mental state. Be yourself. You gone. His mental state. Environmental stress destroys our black men. Financial problems, loss of a loved one, a difficult relationship, major life changes, work problems, or any stressful situation may trigger depression in men. And you ain't got nobody to talk your depression through with. Can't talk to your mama. It's depressing to talk to your mama. You can't talk to the guys because they got the same issues that you got. So you keep it bottled up on the inside of you. And see, most men who are depressed, they self-destruct. They start to drinking more. Anxiety disorders. They're more and more irritated. Get mad quickly. Do more drugs. They become enraged and violent very easily. Mental disorder. See, men don't talk about mental illness. For the fear of being judged, and even sometimes by women. They fear that the woman won't understand. Fear of a woman not attracted to them. So the question becomes, how do we turn mental illness awareness into mental action? Did you catch me? How do we turn this mental illness awareness into mental action. We must learn to encourage men to start opening up. It's not a weakness, but a strength. We've got to encourage our men to seek therapy. And that ain't always your pastor, because he's as dysfunctional mentally as you are. But you need to talk sometimes to someone who does not know you, or who is emotionally tied to you. Stranger. Self-reported suicide attempts for black adolescents rose by 73% between 1991 to 2017. Black boys rather, are twice as likely to die by suicide than white youth. A lot of our young black men can't cope with home life, can't cope with being bullied at school. They can't cope with being sexually different than the other boys. So they're bullied, they're picked on, they're attacked. And these young boys are driven to a suicidal mentality because of this abuse. They had nobody to talk to. Not even mama. Many of our young boys are dying because they can't handle going to school. They can't handle the bullying. The guidance counselors are not like guidance counselors when I went to school. Yes, Pamela, they're suffering in silence until it builds up. And they convince themselves that death and the graveyard is better than the afflictions, the abuse that they're going through. Black boys are engaging in more lethal means when attempting suicide than black girls, which has increased by 122% between 1997 and 2017. In 2014, 80% of suicide deaths in the black community were men. Did you hear the statistic? 80% of the suicide deaths in the black community were men. Yeah, Demetria, that was the time black boys were whooped by their parents. Don't you cry. Men ain't supposed to cry. Don't you cry. You're killing him. You're killing him. You're the cause of your child. Many of you got your child fearful of you. They're fearful to come and talk to you. They're fearful to bring their issues and their problems. They're fragile already in their mindset, in their thinking. Firearms were the predominant method of suicide among African Americans, regardless of sex or age. Suicide, suffocation was the second most prevalent method. So what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Take the manhood out of your boy. Let him live through boyhood, developing a program and a procedure for his developing into a man. Let them talk to them, and then let them that have ears let him hear. The word says, train up a child in the way that he should be. Men, yes, you need some God in your life. You need somebody. You need a God in your life. But you also need to surround yourself with people who have your healings in place. You've got to understand that when you're going through, that sometimes you're going through just to be strong. Paul said in 2 Corinthians, for the sake of Christ, then I am content with weaknesses, insults, hardships, persecutions, and calamity. For when I am weak, then I am strong. Out of every weak moment should come a moment of strength and a moment where you persevere from those things that have been holding you down. When was the last time you as a parent talked to your son? I mean, just really talk to him. When was your last guidance counseling session in the house? When? When? I come tonight to tell you that all of us as men got some mental issues. If you stalking a woman, that's mental. If you abusing a woman, if you putting your hands on her physically, that is a mental illness. If you can't keep a job, if you don't want a job, that's mental. Yeah. That's mental. That's real mental. All the things that we are doing to hurt ourselves in our community, men, is a mental state. You are allowing the enemy to destroy you. Gotta let that boy know it's okay to cry. We as men, we don't want even a woman to see us cry. No matter what it is that we were going through. And if you brothers are with a woman that you can't cry with, you with the wrong woman. Let me say that again. If you with a woman that you are fearful or you're ashamed or you are embarrassed to shed some tears with, because you're hurt, man, you would not be a human being without being able to hurt. You are going to be in pain. You are going to be in discomfort. You are a being. You are going to be in a position one time, sometimes where you just want to give up. You think crazy is okay. We all, I know I'm crazy. I know I got some mental issues, and I've had to learn as I get older to deal with, because I used to wouldn't listen to nobody talking to me about nothing. That's mental. I remember 6 years ago when my mama died. I wanted to be the strong one. I didn't want to let nobody see me cry. I'm a man. I'm Thaddeus Matthews. Can't let you see me cry. But here was my mama. My mama was dead. I kept myself busy making the preparations for the funeral. I wouldn't let a tear fall unless I was in the car by myself. Then one night, after I'd made all the preparations, and I couldn't find nothing else to be busy doing. Mel was at my house, and I'm laying up in the bed, and I'm thinking about my mama. It was all in my chest. It was all in my arms. It was all, the hurt was all in my fingertips. And before I knew it, I had bust out, and I hadn't cried like that since I was a little bit baby. And my wife just held me and just let me cry. It didn't make me any less of a man, but I had allowed human nature, the weight of the tear, the weight of a tear is heavy. You don't hear me. I'm preaching and I'm teaching right now. The weight, W-E-I-G-H-T, the weight of a tear is heavy. It's 1% water and 99% pain. Did you get what I just said? The weight of a tear is heavy. But when you break down the weight of a tear, you'll find that it's 1% water. But 99% of its weight is pain. And if you do not release it, it causes other malfunctions in your body and in your mindset. You wipe that tear. It ain't but 1% water. But the reason that you're crying is pain, it's hurt, it's depression, it's not knowing how you're gonna make it. It's wanting to be a good husband and provide for your family, but you got to work 3 jobs to pay the bills. You can't put groceries in your refrigerator. It's your woman, it's your wife expecting you to do the impossible. But I'm a man. I'm a man. Release your boys. Let them be free. Let them know it's all right to hurt someone. And in this life, you're going to have some issues. Man that is born of a woman is of a few days. But those few days are full of trouble. Full of trouble. Women, let your husband know that it's all right to talk to you. Don't play down his emotions, his feelings, his hurt, his depression. Because he got some. He got some. Let your man know it's all right to put that bottle down. Put them drugs down. Every now and then, when you see him with that puzzled and confused look on his face, go give him the hug that Jesus wants to give him. You be his helpmate, not his hellmate, and help him through the dilemma, the mental state that he's in. Anton Lawrence, your statements are foolish, and if you make another foolish state, I'm putting you off the page. If you're going through something tonight, brothers, as I'm coming to a close, if you're going through something, get you some help, brothers. Get you some help. Get you some help. You know you need some help. Go get you some help. Talk it through with somebody. If you are at the suicidal doors and you've made the decision you don't want to be here no more, get that thought out your mind. That's a mental state. Go and talk to somebody that wants to stay here. Go and talk to somebody that wants to help you stay here. Find you, brother, that wants somebody in your life that you can talk to. Not your boys that's going through the same thing. Find you somebody to talk to. And then when you talk to them, don't be scared.
Unknown caller.
I don't want to talk to nobody. Don't be fearful to let go. Don't be fearful. Find you somebody that you can cry with. Somebody that's not going to judge you. Somebody that's going to listen. See, some of the best therapy is not somebody giving you advice, but allowing you to give yourself advice through the means of just letting it all out and letting you talk to yourself and letting the God inside of you that you know talk you through. But I'm here to listen to you, not to talk to you back to you, not to give you my advice. If you're talking to me, I know.
Unknown caller.
Don't you see me talking?
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Don't you see me talking?
Man, let me tell you something, man. You ain't talking.
He got a mental issue. And let me tell you what his mental issue is. His mental issue is that he don't want to realize that he got a mental issue. And I'm stepping all over his toes. I'm stepping all over his toes. And that ego that's on the inside of him, and that hatred he may have for me because I'm giving it to him, and he does not realize his hatred does not do anything to me. In fact, if I sit here and check my bank account, it won't even matter that he hates me. And these are the reason that some of our boys are having the mental issues that they have, because of men who have mental issues themselves that is greater than their sons' mental issues, who are mentally destroying our society and the web of our society and destroying our young men with their mental dysfunction. They're bipolar, they're dysfunctional, should be institutionalized, but they're walking our streets. There's some men that are so far gone that they don't want to see any other black man healed.
Unknown caller.
No, brother, we ain't gonna talk to you. 6901 646 1550. Brother, you're ashamed. As a black man, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. See, understand, that's the enemy. Satan don't come to you with no red suit and no fork and no got no tail. The word says that when he was thrown from heaven, he was the most beautiful angel that was there. Not that he beautiful. He just one of Satan's imps. He's one of the tools of Satan who comes to steal, to kill, and destroy. He has no power here. Okay. He has no power here. That caller is mentally unstable. Y'all call and get him some help. 901 646 1550. Call them them Poplar and Dunlap people. It ain't even there no more. But call some of them people. But if you need some help, get it. Ladies, be careful with who you're having babies with. many of you carry a bad seed. And that seed grows up to be a destructive man. You get a bad seed in you. Some dogmatic man like this man at 901-646-1550 has placed into your fertile ground a bad seed. Damn. I think this has been a great message tonight. If you think so, and you would like to contribute to the ministry of the Naked Truth, Liberation and Empowerment Ministries. Naked Truth, just raw. Take the clothes off of it. The Naked Truth, Liberation and Empowerment Ministries. Go to the Cash App. $ Naked Truth Ministries. That's what this program is all about. The Naked Truth. Sometimes you may not like to deliver it. I can't help that. But it is what it is. It's the naked truth. Liberation. Freeing you from the mindset. Freeing you from the issues of life. Empowering you to be a better you. Ain't in no building no more. But I talk to thousands nightly. And this is my virtual ministry. This ain't Sunday morning. I'll be here Sunday morning. This reaches the unchurched. This reaches those who ain't going to church. Naked Truth, $ Naked Truth, Liberation and Empowerment Ministries. I invite you to come and get on this cruise with me. Let's just sail away and relax our minds. So many of you have made the call. Thank you so much for making the call. We're going to have a great time on that boat. If you have not made your reservation or the commercial was too quick for you, here's the information that you need. It's a Cussing Pastor Blues cruise. You must have the booking code X61MT1. X61MT1 is the booking code. The number to call to place your reservation is 800-819-3902. 800-819-3902. The extension is 85462. And you want to speak with Natasha Lakes, Lakes, Lakes. Okay. Leave that up there for a second for you to write it down. The political season is not over. I had said I was going on at 12 o'clock today, but one of the politicians that I was supposed to be pushing didn't give me my money. So when he didn't give me my money, we didn't do no show on tonight. So I guess I'll be finding out shortly as soon as I get off the air who won and who lost and how good my advertising was. Okay. Someone said Mulroy is leading in the DA's race is what I expected. And that's what I shared with you last night. The other persons in the race didn't do what was necessary to win. They didn't get their message out. Okay. They didn't get their message out. All right. And again, those of you that would like to give to the Naked Truth Liberation and Empowerment Ministries, go to the Cash App. It's $ Naked Truth Ministries. Okay? So I guess I get through so I can go see who's winning and who's losing. Someone's looking. Yeah, I expected Lee to be the leader. Okay, I expected that. How about the juvenile court race, Golden Era? The juvenile court clerk's race. But I think that we've had a good show on tonight. Those are all early voting results. Well, if he's got 70% in the early voting race, he will win. Now remember that all these individuals that are running tonight, okay, all the individuals that are running tonight has to run again, and they run in August. Steve Mulroy, 47%, Janika, 31%, Linda Harris, only 2%. That's in the district attorney's race. Lee Harris has 70%, Kim Wood only 30%. I'm looking at some of these commission races. And I always said that the race goes to the person that could get the voters out. Ed Ford Jr. is doing what I expected him to do. 84%. So, I think by 10 o'clock, you'll have all of the races in. I did not expect Jamaica White to be ahead of Linda Harris. I expected this with Lee Harris, and I'm not getting everybody on this little what I'm on. Okay, it's 9:01. We will talk again tomorrow. I'll see y'all on the radio, 6 a.m. on the various one of the 6 radio stations I'm on. And if you would like to go to one of the stations, then and listen all around the world, WAGR 102.5 on the TuneIn app is where you can go. All right.